All right, I was just sent this super sweet e-bike. I'm gonna take a moment to show you how quickly and easily it goes together before we take it out on the road. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple videos, but the first one here is gonna be focused on putting it together. The moment's arrived, it showed up, and it's time to unbox this. This went together very simply. So, of course, the first thing you gotta do is get it out of the packaging. Now, I'll just say it was packaged really well, really compact. It was well protected. It's got about 100 zip ties keeping plastic and things where they shouldn't be. So just get to clipping, take everything off, and you're going to want to lay everything out to make sure you got everything in order for this assembly. You also get a box of tools, instructions, and assembly instructions, as well as operating instructions, and all the little pieces that are going to need to go on the bike. So unbox, lay it all out, and although it's quite a few pieces, it's not that much work. They all clip together. There's not really anything that's super labor intensive. You got a couple fenders, you got your bike pump, you've got wheels, and you've got pedals. Just, it's all going to be very logical with little biking experience. Now, the operating manual, again, has all the information you're going to need, and you're going to want to read that, make sure that you understand the safety protocols and kind of what's to expect within here. I'm not going to focus a ton on that, just know it's there. The instructions lay out a logical way to put it together. I'm actually not sure if I followed them because I kind of was just winging it, which speaks to how easy it is to put this thing together. I'm starting with the handlebars. They're basically attached because they're wired to the frame. So you just got to figure out how to get them in there. They did provide all the tools that you need, Allen wrenches and wrenches and such. I'm going to be using those plus a few of my own just to make it easier. But you can do it all together with the tools that they gave you. A handlebar set here goes on with just 4 Allen nuts. Super simple. It'll be a piece of cake for you to do. All right, now I'm going to move on to kickstand. Again, here, just 2 Allen nuts, and you're going to put it down underneath the tire. There are pre-drilled bolts there. You will figure it out. It's super simple. This kickstand has 2 Allen nuts. Get them snug, and then take them about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch turn into tight, and that'll make sure that it doesn't fall off. In addition, it's got this extra nut, so you can actually adjust how much you want your bike to lean by shortening or unshortening. I've actually not seen that on many kickstands, so it's kind of a nice, cool feature. And here you go. It's a kickstand. It goes up, it comes down, and it'll hold your bike plenty fine. So super sweet little kickstand. It's good to have, of course, especially if your kid's going to be using it. All right, we're going to move on to the pedals. Pedals are plastic. Pedals go on as you would expect them to. They screw in. There is one unique thing about pedals, though, which is that typically pedals are going to be righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. For pedals, it actually depends on which pedal you're putting on. One of them goes on righty-tighty. The other goes on lefty-loosey. Feel it out. It's basically designed so that when you're pedaling the bike forward, it will tighten the pedal, not loosen it, which kind of makes a lot of sense. At the end of the day, don't overthink it. You're going to figure it out when you put it on. Just put it on, grab a wrench, and give it a quick tight so that they don't come off. All right, and now moving to the front end of the bike, and specifically the wheels. This might be the trickier part of putting it together, but even then, it's not that tricky. Take the spring and the little clip off, and you're going to put it on the other side of the wheel. This basically acts like the axle. Then get your wheel lined up. You're going to want to have that disc brace base piece on the left side of the bike if you were facing forward. And it's going to basically slide on that little axle you had. And that lever that you see on there is how you're going to tighten the whole thing down. And the only tricky part, just make sure that disc brake is lined up inside the disc and give your wheel a couple of really good solid bounces. You can tighten and untighten that lever. So in theory, you could take the wheel off very, very easily. All right, now, so because it's so important, I'm going to give a little glamour shot on that disc brake. You've got disc brakes on the front and back. Super important for any bike that you have to have good brakes. Now, I'm working on the front, so I grabbed that front fender, and it's going to attach to a pre-drilled hole right there up above the front wheel, and that's going to be good for, not kicking rocks and stuff back up at you. Now, get up to the same bolt is this light, so just go ahead and grab that, and you're going to use that to tighten down on the front. All right, switching to the rear, we're going to grab that back fender. Now, the one interesting thing about the back fender, it attaches to the seat post, not the actual bike post. So you can adjust it higher or lower if your seat is higher or lower. It's got a few different knobs, so you can really fine tune exactly where you want it. And if you believe it, we are almost done. The wheels come with air in them, but not a lot. So it actually sends this bike pump. The bike pump has two valves, one for a Schroeder, one for a Presto valve. These use these standard Schroeder bicycle fitting. So I would normally use an air pump or an air compressor. I'm going to use this pump that they sent me just because I have it. If you're not sure of the name of the valves, there's a close-up for you. But while I'm here, these tires are awesome. Over 20-inch tires, they are beefy and solid, and you're going to get a lot of wear out of these. All right, now the reason you're buying this is the plug, and it's going to plug in right up under here. So a very simple way to plug in and charge, and it's a pretty standard setup. All right. And once you got some juice in the thing, this thing is going to rip. This is a pretty awesome bike. It looks sleek. It looks sturdy. It's very, very strong. I'm really, really excited about the safety features, the braking, and everything that's built into here. Just in general, it's a very impressive setup. You're going to turn this thing on and off. It doesn't really register well on the camera. It's not blinking like that. But you turn it on and off up at the handlebar. You've got a couple different modes. It's pretty simple. It's not overly complex. You will be able to figure it out. The throttle is a twist grip right there. And the brakes are all really beefy. Now, this is intended for kids, but like any self-respecting adult, I'm going to jump on this e-bike and give it a quick test ride before I send the kiddo down the road on it. And this is great. This little throttle is fun. It's good. You're really going to enjoy it. Let's park this thing up and get it ready for the little guy. All right, I was sent this bike to do an honest review. This is awesome, really awesome. The disc brakes on both sides are great. The quality, this thing rips. It's a really fun ride. I think you're going to be really happy with it. Enjoy.